Hi there, from the sunny beaches of Celestia. Today I'm celebrating one of my favorite holidays, Christmas. Well, in July, because why not? I have a lot of special surprises for this week's episode, so tune in for the entire episode to see what those surprises are. But before we get into the news and giveaway stuff, I would like to thank all of you for your support. I know I say it every episode, but I truly appreciate that all of you are still here and you're watching this episode of Spiral News. I look forward to doing many more episodes for you all, so thank you. Now, let's get on to the news. Yuletide has once again arrived in the Spiral. Log into the game to get all of your favorite Christmas items, battle Krampus, and see all of the beautiful decorations. Also, remember to redeem the code Early Yuletide for a random Christmas themed gift. Keep in mind that this celebration will only last through Sunday. Next up in the news, the Summer 2020 update has finally been released to the live realm. This amazing new update includes updated character models, new spells, and a more balanced game with many spell changes. I hope you're able to log into the game and check it all out. I'll include a link to the update notes in the description box below. Speaking of this awesome new update, KingsIsle has officially announced a fancy photomancy contest. Now through Sunday, you can enter your wizard into an epic contest to win up to 10,000 crowns, an entire bundle of choice, and a pet. For more information about this contest, visit the Wizard 101 website. I'll also include a link to this contest in the description box below. In community news, KingsIsle Live will take place on Thursday, July 30th at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. So you can tune into their live stream by visiting KingsIsle Entertainment on Twitch. Be sure to follow them so you're updated when they go live. Now for the gameplay tips segment. This week's segment, I thought we'd talk about something I've seen many ask about, how to make friends, aka true friends. I have a special guest joining me this week. Many of you know her as the Dreamwalker 101. So let's talk. So I am with the Dreamwalker 101. Many of you already know her.
What's an Dreamwalker?
I don't know.
I don't either. Anyway, I'm Autumn Dreamwalker. And, well, I'm not, but my wizard is Autumn Dreamwalker.
You are Autumn Dreamwalker. It's okay to admit it.
I am not a pixel.
I thought you were. Have you been lying to me all this time?
I have, which is not a good way to make friends, guys.
Yeah,
You shouldn't lie to people. Anyway. So yeah, I'm not a pixel.
Okay, that's kind of sad. I'm sorry.
I know, you are a pixel, but...
I am. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people think I am.
I wonder what it would be like to be a pixel.
We gotta ask KingsIsle that.
Alright, we're totally off topic.
I feel like I want to include all of this because it's so weird. Like, I don't have to edit it. I'm just like, oh, here we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the topic this week is how to make true friends. So, should we talk about how to make general friends?
Well, if you want to make general friends, you have to join the army, because that's where all the generals are.
So I kind of wrote that down on the document.
So, I don't know how to make friends. I think the biggest thing about making friends is to just be yourself, and you'll naturally attract people who like you for who you are. And not everyone is gonna like everyone. Like, true. That's just life.
I learned the hard way.
But if you're just true to who you are, you'll attract people who like you for you. And yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I don't,
So
I don't know. What do you think?
I really want to include this on the video, all of it.
Are we
That's
not
what I
including
think.
that?
Oh, I mean everything, like even us laughing like crazy.
Oh.
So, what I wrote down, the first thing that we should do is find common beliefs. That's the first thing. What do you think about that?
I would say find common interests. As far as common beliefs, I mean, when you say beliefs, I feel like that means like political stuff and religious
So I kind of
stuff.
wrote that down the wrong way.
And so you meant like common interests?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I wrote this down at like, I don't even know, 6 a.m.
So, I mean, yeah, it is important because if you don't have any common interests with someone, like, what are you going to talk about? What are you
True.
going to do together to spend time together?
We're gonna
Like,
run
it's
around
important.
all over the place.
I mean, you don't have to have all the like all the same interests as each other, but it's important to have at least one or two things that
True.
are the same. Like, I mean, if you're listening to this, you probably like to play Wizard. So, I mean, there's a good place to start. But I mean, even like, so that's for like, are we talking about just finding friends online or finding friends in general?
In general.
So, like, I mean, even if you have friends in life that don't like play Wizard, like, you could look for people that enjoy playing video games in general and find a common base there. Um, Introduce them to games you like, try out games they like. I mean, even just the same taste in music or TV shows, sports, anything like that.
Food.
Yeah, food.
I'm sorry, I love food.
I mean, like, I love rice. Ed loves
Ew.
rice.
No.
I love
Guys,
seafood. Ed
that
loves
actually
seafood.
that actually gets me on the next topic, accepting different interests.
Are we
Like
gonna
you
start
don't
talking? Go ahead.
Sorry, you go.
No, you go.
You go. Go.
You go.
Fine. So, for example, we have totally different interests and beliefs, but we are still good friends.
I think that's the thing is like, you don't have to agree with everyone. Like, you're not gonna agree with everyone. We're all different for a reason, and that's a good thing. And I think the biggest thing is to like you said, just agree to disagree if there's stuff. Like, you can like a person and not agree with their beliefs. If they're, the way I try to look at it is, if someone isn't actually actively hurting someone,
Yeah.
and by hurting, I mean like physically, obviously, or even like hurting someone like with that through their own actions, like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, let's get political. I'm not going to be specific, but like, say somebody's trying to get a law passed that restricts the rights of other people, like, that's hurting that whole group of people. So as long as they're not actually hurting someone, feel free to believe whatever you want to believe. I don't have to agree with it. As long as we have some type of common ground and we can respect each other, then I mean, I'm cool with that. Yeah, sometimes it's fun to debate with people and see their beliefs and stuff, but I mean, I don't have to believe the same thing as everyone else, and they don't have to believe the same thing as me. It's what makes the world an interesting place.
And what makes the world move forward, because all of the different ideas and stuff.
Right. I mean, if everyone just believed the same thing, we would just be on autopilot. Like, there would never be change. Well, no, seriously, there would never be any change or growth or anything. Like, it would just be the same thing every day. And that would be so boring.
That would be so much fun, wouldn't it? Ugh.
But no, me and Ed have definitely had our share of disagreements.
We have never
I
disagreed
wouldn't,
ever.
though, I wouldn't even say we have very different political beliefs. Like, we believe a lot of the same things, but the things we disagree on are actually the biggest parts of our own political beliefs.
Yeah.
Like, things that are more important to Ed aren't as important to me, and things that are more important to me, I'm not going to say they're not important to him, but they're not as important. Well, no, and the same thing, like the things that are most important to you, like I still think they're important, just not as important as some other things.
True.
You know what I mean? So like, we do have basic beliefs that are the same, but I mean, it's okay to have differences too. I mean, like we were talking about with food before. I love rice. He doesn't like rice. Like, who cares? Like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that's true. I will never like rice. Ever.
He doesn't like rice because he thinks it looks like maggots.
Oh, no.
So, I don't think that's a little bit a legitimate reason not to eat something, but you know.
It is. It is. Trust me.
The funny thing is, though, his mom cooked rice into stuffed peppers, and he ate it and said it was delicious and didn't even know it was rice.
Don't mention that. I remember that. That was something else. That's a whole new story we'll talk about another time. Maybe on one of our streams.
I mean, even things like someone's like, oh, I don't like pizza, and the other person's like, oh my god, how can you not like pizza? You're ridiculous. Like, who cares if they don't like pizza? Like, that just leaves more pizza for you to eat.
True.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Like, it's great to fight for what you believe in, but not at the expense of other people, and definitely not at the expense of friendships. I have actually, like, I feel like I can determine a lot about a person by the way they treat their friends. And by that, I mean, I used to have a lot of friends who, during the 2016 presidential race, started, like, and not even just friends, like family members, who started, like, refusing to talk to other people, like, that they were supposedly friends with and stuff because of who they supported.
Yeah.
And to me, that's just crazy. Like, what kind of friend are you if you're going to give up your other friends because they have different beliefs?
There you go. I feel like that's the main thing today, though, is political stuff. Like, why
it really is.
People aren't able to make true friends, not just in the community, but in real life. It's really sad.
One of my favorite sayings that I read somewhere online, and I'm sorry I can't actually give a source because the quote that I read wasn't actually from a source. It was just a random meme thing. It said that true equality is living with people who have different beliefs and accepting them. And you can't have equality if you think someone's lesser because they believe something different.
Perfect.
Every life is a human life, and yeah, you're not going to be friends with everyone, but to give up a friendship because someone has a different belief that they actually aren't actually hurting someone with that belief, I don't know. I feel like that's not okay.
So this might be the longest episode of Spiral News ever.
Sorry, I talk too much.
No, I like it. I feel like this is more of a, I don't know, ramble in the middle of a fast-paced show.
Ramble.
I think the last thing I would ask is, I guess since we're in Wizard 101, what advice would you give someone to make friends in Wizard 101? Like, where would you send them?
Go into the commons and go up to someone who's in the pond and say, I didn't know your mount can swim.
You want to explain that to everybody?
So that's actually how I met Ed. I was in the commons just standing there, and he like jumped by on his griffin mount and he was jumping around in the pond, and I was just randomly like, hey, I didn't know griffins can swim.
Yep.
And then like we added each other, and we've just been like best friends ever since.
Yeah, we became bloggers and hosted events and all kinds of stuff.
I don't know. Again, it comes back to even making friends in real life. Just go into the game and be yourself. I mean, don't be like rude or anything like that. I mean, some people, I think the biggest thing with online stuff is your typing. So you kind of, even if you're being yourself, you have to be careful with what you say, because sarcasm doesn't translate well into typing.
Yeah.
So like if you're joking around, like it's kind of like if the person doesn't already know you, it might be kind of hard for them to tell that you're joking. But I mean, just be yourself, be nice. If you like PvP, I mean, go to the arena and just say, hey, you know, do you have any tips about PvP? Or like, just again, find common interests with people in game. If you see someone like on Twitter that's another wizard and you're into house decorating, like try talking to them about house decorating if you see that they're into that. Go to Team Up. Iridian. Go to Team Up. I mean, if you use Team Up, you might end up in a battle with someone that you just talk to. Like, don't be afraid to talk to people. I know that like social anxiety is a thing for some people, and shyness, it is for me, but it's definitely a lot easier to talk to people behind a screen. And if it doesn't work out, don't sweat that either, because chances are you'll probably never see that person again, and there's millions and millions of people in the spiral. So just be yourself.
I think that's the main thing, to be yourself, not worry about what anyone else may think of whatever you believe or whatever your interests are. Just be yourself and you will make true friends.
And there's always going to be someone that does have common interests with you. So seek those people out and find a little group to hang out with.
Yup. But don't forget, if you do find people that have common interests, don't forget the people that may not agree with you. Because you never know, you might find a really good friend in that group as well.
That is true.
Ice cream.
Potatoes.
So I guess that would be all for this week. This week's gameplay tips. Want to say anything else, young wizard?
I don't know, I think I talked too much.
It's been 19 minutes.
That's a lot of talking.
Although I might edit some of it out, so it's okay.
Do I want to say anything else?
Yeah.
I would like to tell my son to stop burping really loud.
You heard it here first on Spiral News, everybody.
Don't add that in.
Oh, I am adding that in.
Seriously, is there anything else I want to say? I mean, I just keep saying it. Be yourself. Look for people with common interests and accept people's differences as well.
Thank you.
Oh, and join the army so you can meet some general friends.
Yeah. You're like, that's why I joined the army. I just wanted to meet friends. I'm like, whoa. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, young wizard, young lore master, if you play Lord of the Rings online, young pirate, for joining us on this episode of Spiral News.
You're welcome, Mr. Famous Gem.
Nope, not famous.
Yep.
Okay, now to the giveaway segment. Before we announce this week's giveaway, I'd like to thank an awesome person, at Mike Firehammer on Twitter from Dual Circle, for giving me a UFO mount to give away to one of you. Be sure to check out Dual Circle if you haven't already. So, let's announce the winners, of which there are 3. The winners are Dashing Through the Snow in a Warner's Open Sleigh, over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Congratulations to all 3 of you. If you won, please email me at edwardfrostgym@gmail.com and let me know that you won. Thank you so much for entering the giveaway, everyone, and for your patience. Anyway, on to this week's giveaway. This week, I'll be giving away numerous items thanks to KingsAll. And I'm also including a few prizes of my own to the mix. I'll be giving away these items to one lucky winner. A Polarian Explorers Bundle, an Umbrella Mount, a 1-month membership, 2,500 crowns, and a tall Yuletide tree. To enter this giveaway, you will need to do the usual. 1. Subscribe to this channel by clickety-clicking on the red subscribe button down below. Like this video if you want to see more contests like this. And last but not least, comment down below with something Yuletide Christmas related that you'd love to see implemented in the game. For example, I'd love to see snow in the commons during Christmas time. The winner of this giveaway will be announced on the next episode of Spiral News, which will be next Saturday. Good luck to everyone that enters, and I hope you enjoyed this extra long episode of Spiral News. Thank you all so much for your support, and until the next video, I will see you around the spiral.
Okay.
I feel like you took the words out of my mouth.
I did. I stole them and I ate them.
How dare
And
you
then
do that?
And then I threw them up all over everybody.
Oh, okay. You know, just for that, I'm including that in this episode.
You cannot include that.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm going to.